and listen to Maritime Import News anytime you're in Kumasi on FM. Maritime Import News, a platform for all. Now let's move straight to our stories. My name is Boateng. Key stakeholders in Ghana's maritime industry have assembled to validate the implementation plan for the National Integrated Maritime Strategy, NIMS. The meeting gave stakeholders one final opportunity to assess the required mechanisms and effective governance strategies for the maritime domain embedded in the document ahead of official endorsement. The stakeholders earlier in July, in a 3-day implementation plan workshop after multidisciplinary input were gathered for the draft strategy document. The National Integrated Maritime Strategy is expected to serve as a key tool to strengthen the principles of effective governance in the maritime domain, addressing insecurities while engaging in sustainable exploitation to foster wealth creation from ocean or marine resources. The NIMS has a technical and financial support from the Kingdom of Denmark and the United Nations Organization on Drugs and Crime. The Director Legal at the Ministry of National Security and the coordinator of the Security Governance Initiative, Osebunso Dixon, said the NIMS has the capability to serve as a beacon for neighboring countries to develop these strategies. Meanwhile, the Chief Director of the Ministry of National Security, Lieutenant Colonel Abebio Serebuo, retired, expressed government's unflinching commitment to the NIMS and said developing the blue economy amid safety and security concerns should be paramount. Also, the Director General of the Ghana Maritime Authority, Thomas Alonse, called on the various actors and stakeholders that participate in Ghana's maritime space to shun looking at their mandate in isolation of one another, but work together towards the ultimate goal of efficiency and sustainability. The General Manager, Estate and Environment at the Ghana Port and Harbours Authority, James Benjamin Gazy, has intimated the readiness of state agencies in streamlining the activities towards efficient provision of waste reception service at the Port of Ghana. Speaking to the issue, he revealed that several consultations have been held to get state agencies playing their respective roles at the port to appreciate the importance of quick turnaround of vessels to the maritime trade, and this has yielded positive results so far. He further noted that these actions were necessitated by the realization that certain statutory activities by these agencies inadvertently end up causing delays to waste reception services at the port. In the same light, the operations manager of one of the waste management service providers at the port of Tema, EcoStar Samuel Eddy, cited the implications of delay on shipping businesses and called for the need to all come on board to make sure this be realized. The Chief Executive of the National Petroleum Authority, NPA, Dr. Mustafa Abdul Hamid, has revealed that illicit fuel trade activities are high at the Aflao border. He stated that the NPA has not licensed any importer to bring fuel through the Aflao border and urged the border services to stop the importation of petroleum product by road. Dr. Abdul Hamid made the comment when he led the management of the authority to tour the Aflao border to familiarize themselves with illegal activities on the border. The NPA boss said combating fuel smuggling is still a menace that denies the government of the right revenue, adding that Ghana is the only country in the sub-region that consumes the highest quality of fuel and that it was important to maintain such a feat. He therefore called for these activities to be tackled at the barest minimum. Meanwhile, Chairman of the Aflao Border Security Committee, Majid Amandi, reacting, said unapproved entry point and route on the Ghana-Togo borders were fueling criminal activities, including fuel smuggling. Mr. Mandi, who doubles as the Assistant Commissioner of the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Aflao Collection, indicated that the service was fighting the menace together with other security agencies as well as the NPA in a bid to intensify patrols and enhance effort to combat the long-standing problem. The Volta Regional Manager of the NPA, Mr. Rashid Dauda, further said he appreciates the collaboration with the security agencies at Aflao and pledged to work closely with them to arrest the criminals. If you just join us, you're listening to Maritime and Port News. Shipping companies once it's having trouble finding crew to run freighters, threatening further delay. Wakon Maritime Transport said its application rates are flagging for the first time in decades. At the onset of the pandemic, over 200,000 seafarers were stranded at sea. Backlogged port and COVID-19 restrictions threaten morale for crew that transport 90% of all goods. The COVID-19 has taken a toll on shipping crews across the world, and a Hong Kong-based maritime company warns it could cause a lack of seafarers. Wakon Maritime Transport, a privately owned shipping company, told Bloomberg crew retention and wage inflation have made it difficult for staff ships, adding that the application to work on their freighters are dwindling for the first time in their nearly 70 years in history. The U.S. merchant Marine Brian Bull told the Insider that this job becomes increasingly more difficult at the onset of the pandemic, as crew were not allowed to get off the ship when it was docked and spent months in isolation at sea. A survey of 1,200 mariners by the U.S. Committee on the Marine Transportation System COVID-19 Working Group conducted during the summer found that feelings of anxiety and isolation reached all-time high during the pandemic. In July, Trade Association, BIMCO, and International Chamber of Shipping warned that there will be a critical shortage of merchant sailors in the next 5 years if action is not taken to boost numbers. However, as we speak, many retail shops in the US and Africa are experiencing empty shelves even as we are entering the holiday shopping season. On this note, to wrap up this morning's edition of Maritime and Port News. Maritime and Port News is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Shippers Authority. They provide you with the best in all your shipping solutions. Contact them at the Shippers House in Accra, and also supported by Amin Scientific and Alternative Medical Hospital. Amin, God is our healer. My name is Nanesi Boateng, my producer Kwekwaji. Have a great day.
So kwan suju medie hia mo man bia ankanko e de Ghana e ko wiase na de wiase so ba Ghana Shippers Authority ani so ade hu ne se ye bebo